What's good, people?
Hey, what's going on, man? We back in full effect, man. How y'all living out there?
Hey, look, we doing pretty good.
Yeah,
Hopefully, y'all doing the
For
same.
real, man. We wish many blessings and lessons on y'all, for real.
Exactly.
Mac, how you been though? You look like you doing well, man.
First of all, I'm blessed,
Okay.
productive,
Yes, sir.
and I'm enjoying my life, man. You only got one of them.
Yes,
you
sir.
might as well enjoy it. You know what I mean? Take advantage of that.
For real,
How
man.
about you? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Like I said, I'm more disciplined now. I've been focused on some things.
Right.
I got some shit coming this year. As far as personally, that's been long overdue. Things I've been striving for. I definitely started taking my health journey seriously within
Yes.
these last 2 or 3 weeks. I went to the dentist to get some my teeth cleaned, like
Right.
a deep cleansing joint, and I was probably just nervous because you know what I'm saying, the needle and all that.
Yeah, the
I ain't,
dentist is-
I ain't
yeah,
with
I
all that.
feel
So back when I tried to do it like 4 or 5 years ago, you know what I'm saying, it was
Yeah.
the same type time, but basically my blood pressure was high in that joint. So she was basically like, oh, I don't know if I even want to work on you. I'm like, hold on. I said, yo, I just got my blood work done last year and my blood pressure. I'm good. She was like,
Right.
nah, your joint is high. I'm like, nah. She's like, you ain't on no medication? I'm like, hell no. So I went home, fished through my motherfucking closet and found my at home blood pressure jump.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
I started taking my jump, and it was not as high as she was saying in there. So I know it had something to do with that. And they used the wrist jump. I got the arm
okay,
jump. I don't like the
yeah.
wrist jump. But I say all that to say, sometimes we don't be paying attention, you know what I mean, to certain stuff with our health. And it took me going to the dentist for them to see it. But I started monitoring it. I changed up a couple things. My shit done dropped back down to normal like it's supposed to be. But that also sparked in me like, hey, man, I need to get this weight off me while I can, while I'm young.
There
and
you go.
while I still got a chance. So I'm motivated, Mac, and you done motivated me too, you know what I'm saying? But for me, bro, I done lost about 15 pounds in the last 2 weeks.
That's what's up.
Bro, I ain't eating no bread, no rice. I can cut back on the drinking, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just like this a lifestyle change for me, and I'm gonna lose this 50 pounds. Like Dada dropping 50, man. That's what I'm
Yeah.
calling it, man. I started at 260, 263 with clothes on at the hospital. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, not the hospital, but you know what I'm saying. At the doctor's office, and then, bro, I weighed myself earlier. I was like 248 or something. So what I'm saying is, like, it's possible if I stick with this script, bro. My goal weight is like 210, maybe 200. It depends, but I
Yeah.
think then that'll be the lowest I've ever been in my life, and I can, you know what I mean, I can cruise off that.
There you go,
But,
man. Look, health is wealth, baby.
for real,
For real.
So I just wanted to tell people that, man. A lot of y'all, like I said, bro, I've been fat my whole life, big my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I always used to rap about it. You know what I mean? I could carry it well, this and that. But for me, it get to a point where, hey, bro, yeah, you can make being fat be cool, just like Biggie did, just like Ross do shit like that. You can make it cool, but at the same time, your insides don't give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You trying to make it cool. So for me, I said, look, let me get a hold on this shit before I get too old, where this shit is gonna be way too hard. So
Yeah.
bro, I'm blessed, man, and this shit has given me more energy. I'm more motivated, and I can just see the other side. I'm gonna stick to it this time. I usually start, quit, bullshit happen, get in my head, fuck all that.
Yeah,
So,
it even make your mental sharp. You know
Nah,
what I'm
for
saying?
real,
It
and-
do a lot.
I saw some people talking about how there's a part of your brain that grows when you do shit you don't want to do, and they was like athletes. That part of their brain is like the biggest. I got to look into it to see actually what part of the brain that is. But that makes a lot of sense because like a lot of times I be procrastinating. Like, you know what I mean? I get up like, damn, I need to go to the gym. Then I'll procrastinate on my phone, or I'll go do some other shit that I got to do. But I go tomorrow. Nah, bro, get up and get your ass in there, even if it's 45 minutes, an hour. So
Yup.
I've been practicing that technique on myself. But,
As long as you moving forward, it don't matter how fast. As long as you moving forward, you going forward in the right direction.
Facts, but if
You
you're
know
not
what I mean?
going nowhere, you're going backwards pretty much, especially with your body. So, like I said, I tell people like me who don't, who in the same position as me or same mindset, man, just start, bro. Like that's the hardest part. When they say getting to the gym is the hardest part.
That's
Once
it.
you in
That's a
there,
fact.
you know what I mean, and that music going, you good. But
Yeah,
but
getting
yes,
there
sir.
is.
Yeah, man. So, but no, I'm blessed, man. Let's get into this.
All right, let's do it.
Mac, we got some stuff to talk about,
Yeah.
man. You already know. We're gonna start off. I wrote down this new movie, Sinners. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? Oh man, so like I've been hearing rave reviews about it. They got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's hard to get 100% on Rotten
Right.
Tomatoes. It's movies that I think is classics have like an 80 on there, 86.
Right.
So for them, that this new movie and it's a horror / whatever film.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get
yeah.
that, and
it's rated R.
Hey, I'm a big fan of black horror. You know what I'm saying? I don't even really like horror movies, but anytime it's a black horror, whether it tells You know what I mean? Tales from the Hood, shit like that.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
because it touched me in a different way because it put me in there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the white horror movies, I'm like, bro, I'll never be there. You know what I'm saying? I'll never be in that situation. But when it's black people, that shit's more scary to me because I'm like, damn, motherfucker could be in this situation. You know what I'm saying? So that shit hit home more. But Michael B. Jordan been on a run since the Creeds. You know what I'm saying? Since whatever. So I haven't seen it yet. And I don't even want to read no reviews or none of that.
Right,
you know what I'm
going
saying?
in
Besides,
blind.
I'm going in blind because dude I watched on YouTube earlier was like, yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all about it. No, I immediately got off.
Skip.
I don't want to do that, bro. Yeah, you're supposed to be eating food. You in here talking,
Yeah,
you trying to spoil
exactly.
the movie. But I want to go see it in theaters. That's my goal. How you feel about the director being black, Michael B. Jordan coming again, and to my understanding, he's a twin in that, so he's playing both roles.
Yeah.
And that I'm always fascinated with people who do that.
Well, from what I heard, I know the director. For one, I think, don't misquote me on this, but I think he from Compton.
I think Oakland.
Oakland?
He from Oakland.
Okay.
He from
Oakland.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah,
and
his name
then
scares me.
on top of that, he directed the Black Panther movie.
Yep.
Now,
And one of the Creeds too.
Yeah,
One of the
yeah.
Creeds,
So
yeah.
I seen a Instagram reel of them two, and he was like, they was just like kind of hyping up the movie. And was like, man, we doing it again. He was like, I need you for this, blah blah blah. Talking about the Sinners movie. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm down to see it. I'm hyped to see it. It looked amazing.
Right.
You know what I mean? The clips I seen, the trailer, all of that, man. It's some dope cinematic black.
Vampires? You know what? Yeah,
it's dope.
I'm
So-
intrigued by the, you know what I mean, stuff from out the left field.
And it's
like
different. Yeah, that's the thing. It's different. It ain't. It's breaking the mold. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely gonna see it.
Yeah, and
you know?
my cousin, I think he took his wife to go see it. They down in Florida, and he was like, I saw on his Snapchat. I ain't want him to spoil it, but he came out the theater. It was like, yo, we just saw Sinners. He's like, man, it ain't just about vampires. It's about more than that. So I'm like, yeah, I know it's probably deeper. You know what I mean? They say the music, even from the music that they was, because the time period they're doing it. You know what I mean? So the music is different and all that shit. The way they dress is different. I like the old 40s, 50s, the way black people dress back then, even if it's 30s, whatever it is. So
But I seen that one part where old dude, I forgot big dude name, but he was trying to come in.
Oh yeah, and they was like, "That's not your brother."
Yeah, I was like, man, yeah. So that,
No.
big ups to them, man. For real, if you ain't heard about it, Google it. Don't look at the trailers or nothing, but go see it.
Yes, for
Support
real.
it.
I want to go see
It's
it
called
cold
Sinners.
for sure, man. And we're gonna move it next. Next we going on some horror time right now, but we got Lady in the Yard. I
Yeah.
think that's what it's called.
It
I'm pretty
is,
sure
it
it's called.
is.
Yeah. So and that's another black horror. And
Yeah.
like this trailer been out for months.
It's been
now.
out for a while,
So we
yeah.
can talk about the trailer. I still ain't seen the movie. And like I said, I'm not a real horror fan, but like for you to look out your window and you just see you know what I'm saying,
sitting in your yard.
Yeah, a long black
So
woman.
yeah, that trailer that you talking about that I seen, like she got the shit draped all over her
yeah.
face, so you can't see her face. All you see is like her fingers and shit.
Long as hell.
So like
Hakeem Olajuwon finger.
Right, and you say you look out the window and see that, and when I see the trailer, I'm like, damn. So what's going on? Like I like movies that put trailers out that leave you clueless.
Right, no,
You know
really
what I'm
not
saying?
because it's just not predictable. Because first of all, you a black family living and look like some country shit. Because there wasn't I didn't see no houses beside there.
It might be like the same time period as Sinners. Maybe
It might be.
maybe.
No, you
look
could
like
be. It do look like that, kind of. And also on top of that, it's like, why is she here?
Yes.
What did y'all do? What happened in the past with your family to this woman coming
Did
for
she
y'all?
make a deal with
exactly,
you know
or
what I
did they, or
mean?
did your granddad or your parents sell your soul to the? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's when I'm
That
like,
leave you guessing.
that, and like you said, it's unpredictable. So yeah, I definitely Lady in the Yard. I'm gonna check that one out, even though I'm not, you know what I'm saying. I'm not really big on horror, but
Right.
I'm gonna support black horror because it's unique, it's different, and I feel like I can put myself in them shoes. You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
but yeah, man.
Yeah, shout out to the black cinema and both of those movies. Actually, I'm gonna try to look at the Lady in the Yard tonight, and I'm gonna try to see.
Yeah,
if
we
I
can
see-
give it a review.
Yeah,
Is it already on? I thought it's not still in theaters, is it?
I don't think so. So it could be
just
on
come-
Max or you know what I mean, something like
Try
that.
to find
So
that
yeah,
joint. But yeah, wait, we're gonna watch these movies and then we're gonna come in and give our personal review
hell
of these
yeah,
joints too.
most definitely, man.
'Cause,
But shout out to every black cinema, black director, black actor that's doing things in that industry, man, go support your people.
Nah, for real, man, because they need it, man. Because
Yes.
if you support them, then more is gonna come. So,
Yeah.
and like I said, we don't got too many. We got some strong ones, but
Yeah.
not, you know. But when they coming out, especially when they coming out with heat, you gotta go support. So, but yeah. Go to the
Yeah,
next
we'll
one.
definitely go to the next one. Be right back.
Yeah. But yeah, before we leave the horror movie scene or the horror movie topic, you know that Jordan Peele just dropped that trailer for him.
Oh, yeah,
based around
yeah.
football star, quarterback, starring Marlon Wayans. And I don't know the other
I
cat.
don't
I've
either.
never seen him before. It
Right.
I feel like he tried to get somebody to look like Patrick Mahomes because that's kind of how he looked a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I can understand that. And they said September 19th, supposedly, I guess is when the NFL season starts. So he dropping it on the day that the NFL season starts,
Oh,
which is
okay.
great promotion.
Oh,
You
right.
know what I'm saying? And great marketing
Thinking
as well.
ahead, yeah.
Or at least it's in that realm. But I'm pretty sure I heard somebody say it's the same day the NFL season starts. So that's great marketing. Like I said, if you haven't seen the trailer yet, it's all over social media. Like I said, go to your YouTube, go to your Instagram. It's all over there. But it's basically
Yeah.
like, from what I get from it, is people sacrificing to be the best in the game. So basically, you know how people say, oh, such and such Tom Brady might have sold his soul, or this and such. I've never really heard people say that, but anybody that's great, there's always
Oh,
some.
yeah,
It's
a
always some
sacrifice
advice.
and
Yeah,
all
whether
that.
it's Jordan or whoever. Oh, there's no way they could win this many. There's no way they're this good. You get what I'm saying? They did
Right.
something. They sold to the devil. They got some blood contract. But this is Jordan Peele with his crazy mind expounding on that. Like, hey, what if you really do? You know what I'm saying? What if there is really blood rituals and things for you to be the best in the game and for you to get all this fame and glory or whatever.
Yeah.
But go ahead, man.
Well, no, I agree, but I got a different opinion. But
ahead.
but
What you
to
think?
agree with you saying, like it, well, to agree on what you're saying,
Yeah.
it makes sense because I think about that a lot too. In acting, music, why not sports? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it makes sense. For,
Okay.
but so in the trailer, I seen in the beginning where the two dudes they was running, they bumped heads.
Yeah.
And then one of the dudes, like it showed like a X-ray type scan.
Yeah, I saw that.
And one of the brains started shaking.
Oh,
so I was like, is this like some CTE type shit?
Shit too? Right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
see, I didn't think
could,
about that
It
angle.
could play that way.
Yeah.
Where he like the dude just lost his mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
just lost behind like.
Oh, I get what you're saying. So the whole time it's not really happening.
You know what I
See,
mean?
you thinking deep, and that would be some Jordan Peele shit to do.
Like, so I was thinking like maybe it could be that, but the symbolism in the joint, it is spot on with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because it's like I seen the whatever that was in the back that hit
That
him.
they look like a Bima fat.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say that shit.
Biphomat, I
Yeah,
think it
some
is,
shit
yeah.
like that.
And then he's standing there with the star, with the blood and
yeah.
all. I'm like,
But-
so who knows? That's another one of them
It
things,
is,
man.
and,
Like,
and for Jordan, that's what I'm saying. That's why I love black horror, because this is shit like everybody wanted to make. At one point as a kid, if you played sports, if you played pickup football, you be like, damn, I wish I could make it to the NFL. Even if you
Yeah.
ain't think you was that nice. Like, what would it be like? You always dream about what it'd be like to make it in music. What it'd be like to make it in the NBA. What it'd be like to make it as a star. You get what I'm saying? Or anything.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that always intrigues me. But then him getting Marlon Wayans to play you know what I mean, a different type of role.
stepping outside of himself to do something like
that's gonna be. I want to see how he, because like I said, it's not his first role. You know what I mean? It's not a comedy, but I want to see how he acts in a dark role like this.
nah,
You
this
know,
is dark.
This is gonna be dark. So, but yeah. Also, I wanted to thank. I know you said Nope. You enjoyed Nope.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I only tried to watch it once, and it was like the storyline was kind of slow to me, and I might have been extra high that day. So you know what I mean? I fell asleep on it.
Yeah.
But usually people say, I'm thinking, my question is, does Jordan Peele miss? He hasn't missed yet to me. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? But there's people saying that they didn't understand Nope, and they probably just didn't understand it. He was probably trying to, you know what I mean, put over. So he was probably trying to contrast something that people couldn't understand.
Yeah, I'm into like the weird, like out of this world type, because the ending was crazy and it was like the alien type joint, and I'm into the space and all that. Like,
so it was right up your
yeah.
alley.
So it was like, it did start slow, You right
That's
about
the only
that.
thing for me. I was like, what is going on? Like, why is it taking 45, 50 minutes? You know what I'm saying? I like Keke Palmer. I like, you know what I'm saying? I like the actors he chose. It was just for me, actors and actresses, but it was just for me. I was like, damn, bro, this shit. So yeah, I ended up falling asleep on it. But all the other ones, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, it ain't. I ain't gonna say it ain't better than Get Out and all that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But
it still was decent.
Yeah, it was definitely decent to me. So once you figure out what was really going on, it was like, okay, well, damn.
Right.
But you can definitely tell it was a Jordan Peele movie.
Right.
Like, it was definitely his lane. It was him. And you just had to, go ahead and finish it out. But yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it, man.
So yeah, like I said, it's open for argument. But I think every movie he does is outside the box.
Definitely.
It keeps your attention, and it always has a metaphoric, you know what I'm saying, meaning to it.
Yeah.
So you got to read between the lines, kind of.
Right.
So all right, that's it for our movie segment. We're gonna move right along to some present day things that's going on. A couple weeks ago, Yellow Beezy was released on $750,000 bond. They dropped it down from the $2 million. Pretty much immediately, like I say, maybe like a day or two. You know what I'm saying? After he was released, he dropped a single called In My Head. Now I listened to it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I fuck with Yellow Beezy. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with him. He one of my favorite Texas rappers. I give him that. You know what I'm saying? He but for me, that song wasn't it for me. But I understand why he did it. You know what I mean? But then some of the things he was saying in the song, I'm like, bro, it just gave an odd vibe to me. Now his super fans is gonna be like, what you talking about? I'm not hating on nothing. I fuck with Yellow. You know what I'm saying? I bought back in Beezy. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with him. I got a feature from him that I can't use. So I put money in his pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm never going, like I said, and that's on me, gonna always be my shit. Whenever that shit ring off, you know what I mean? That shit don't never get old. And he got some other songs too. But for me though, basically what I got from the song, it was like he's basically saying, this is another test from God. You know what I mean? He can't wait for this shit to be over before he can get back to living his normal life and talking about sitting in that cell. And for me, I don't know the details of all the story. You know what I'm saying? I do know, like I said, I'm a fan of Mo3 as well. So, but my thing is, I'm not trying to jump out the window and say nothing, but, and it could be, like for them to drop the bell down that much, maybe they don't have as much evidence as they say. But then they got that boy in there snitching on them too. You know what I'm saying? So for me, but like, my thing is, hey, if you doing gangster shit, and you get caught up on some gangster shit, I don't know if the first thing you're gonna do is come home and make a song about, you know what I'm saying?
He might have the wrong people in his ear, man.
Like, make this song, cause for me, it makes you look more crazy that I'm gonna come in and say I'm in my head. You get what I'm saying?
It's like a PR stunt or like trying to do damage control. That's what it is. That's what I think it is. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that he's not sorry. And I'm not saying that he has anything to do with it. I'm just saying, like, for me, just the vibe, I was listening to it and I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm like, bro, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Your best bet is to say nothing.
Nothing.
You know
That's
what I'm
how
saying?
I was thinking. Because this the thing. And you know what? This might be the spin on it. Because he ain't really say nothing since when it happened, he ain't say nothing. He ain't even really talk when he got shot. You know what I'm saying? Like that. He did that Vlad interview in a couple, but he ain't really talk like that. So I'm thinking, but I'm like, bro, you ain't say nothing this whole time. So maybe to him, it's like, bro, I ain't said nothing all these years. In these last 5 years, now it's time for me to speak my side. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can respect that too. But for me, bro, you didn't kept your lip zipped this whole time. Bro, you got out on bail. You come home, make that song. That shit just sounds.
Think about it though. You got out on bail because you ain't say nothing. So why change the game plan? You know what I'm saying? Now you want to start talking?
Okay.
Nah, bro.
And like I said, he just basically talking about his personal trials and tribulations, but it was just, the record had a weird vibe to it to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm not hating on nobody. I'm just telling you my personal honest opinion. But shout out to Yellow. I hope whatever works out for him. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he's not involved in it like they trying to say he is. Hopefully he can finagle. I know he got the money for lawyers and shit. Hopefully he can finagle his way out or whatever. I'm not saying, you know what I mean? Let's let justice be served whatever way it is. You know what I'm saying? So,
but not to cut you
no,
off.
go
You
ahead.
know the guy that's in there, you know, saying he paid him blah blah blah. He been locked up for like 4 or 5 years, but apparently he never been charged for the murder.
No, he ain't. Not yet.
Which
he got
is
locked
crazy.
up for some guns or some shit.
Yeah, so
then,
I'm just like, so
they
what?
said he was rapping too. And then I just saw, not even cut you off, I just saw a person talking about why would you, he pulled out that 40,000, but in my head, there's two different ways it is. Big homie CC, he said something.
Okay.
He's like, he was on the Dallas Global, you know what I'm talking about, the Blue Couch. Real life street
Real
stars.
life, yeah.
Shout out to them too.
Yes,
but
sir.
he said, he was like, you went to the bank to pull out 40,000. You ain't got that on you. You ain't got that at the crib. And I'm thinking to myself though too. Just because I pulled out $40,000, I'm a rap artist. I might be going to the jeweler. I might be going to cop a car, put a down payment on a car. Just because I pull out $40,000 on the day that this nigga say after he killed him or before he killed him, what that got to do with me?
I pull out money
all
every
the
day.
time. Be honest with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, that ain't really nothing strong to stand on.
Right.
I pulled out 40,000. So what? Check
Go to my
bank
Instagram and see how many times I pulled money out.
Yeah, check out. I'm like, that's light. I didn't put out 80,000, 120,000. What you talking about? You feel what I'm saying? So I didn't think when they said that is some evidence, I'm like, that don't even really sound like evidence.
Oh, you could look at any rapper that pulled out 40,000 that day.
And could have paid any Dallas rapper. Like I said, Mo3 had multiple beefs, so it's like it could be anyway. Even though that was the main one that everybody knew about, but we don't know everything he do in the street.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, that was good. We're gonna move to the next topic, but I just wanted to touch on that, Matt, because it just struck me as odd. Because I'm like, bro, you ain't really spoken on the situation the whole time. Maybe a couple bars here and there, but then you come out of nowhere. And make a whole song about it. Yeah. And I'm like, nah, and he put it on World Star. That was the first. I said, yo, that man ran the World Star, put that joint in there. So I said, yo, something fishy.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers not dropping on World Star no more. So, but no, we're going to move to the next topic, Matt.
All right, we back.
Piggybacking off of that, the Yellow Beezy situation, man, I think we can jump right into the ongoing Big U situation, man. Big Eugene out there wilding out. But,
AKA Tiny Draws. I don't know why they call that nigga that shit.
I don't know, man. But Mac, like I said, man, you more informed about this. I've been keeping up here and there, but like I said, I was never the biggest Big U fan. Not after I seen, you know what I'm saying, him and Nipsey's rip. And like I said, I don't know Nipsey personally, so I'm just, but like the stuff he was saying, how he was trying to like belittle him, you know what I'm saying, or a little kind of sun him a little bit. I was like, damn, come on, bro. He putting on for the 60, he putting on for the hood. Like, let that man, regardless of what y'all little spat was, or how, if you don't feel like he moved the right way, or don't. You know what I mean? Don't be trying to belittle him in front of everybody, like trying to big homie him, even though you the big homie. But you gotta pick and choose. Like, look what he doing. Look at the attention he bringing in. You know what I mean? The shit he doing for the community. Like, bro, don't do that. So,
but apparently he was doing that for that to everybody. Even the little mom and pop shops.
Extorting
niggas had
them.
Food trucks. He was extorting them. Like, come on, man.
Bro, you saw the video with Chris Brown? It was like Chris Brown just paid 500 pounds. And he about to do it again.
Yeah, like, yo,
Chris Brown,
that's
like, nigga,
crazy.
how you gonna tell me what I'm gonna do with my pocket, with my bread?
Right.
But hey, like if you want to hang around them, basically they saying you gotta pay. But then I saw a joint with Wack saying that his checking in is more like, bro, I'm gonna have people on standby if you need them.
Looking out.
This is
for
where
you
need to go. If you need to go to the studio, if you need to go here, there, places to eat. If you need any recommendations, he said that's how his checking in is. He said everybody ain't like him. You know what I'm saying? Right. So Big U check in might be, hey nigga, no, you gonna come spend some money.
Need deposit.
Yeah, or come spend some money in my community, bro. You got to do that if you want to move around here type shit. So but no, you said this.
But yeah, man. So apparently, like here recently, you know, he locked up. A bunch of guys from the Rolling 60s is indicted on this RICO for him. You know, Brick Baby is locked up, but he's not on the RICO.
Right, he was locked
for something else for I think the guns he got caught with in his house or whatever. But yeah, man, it ain't looking good for him. You know, you don't really hear about the young man that got, you know, killed unalive. For allegedly by Big U, but what's popping off now is like the new news is Nipsey, the Nipsey Hussle situation.
Right.
So what I heard, Adam 22 had got pressed by the feds and was asking about the Nipsey Hussle murder and Big U and what evidence they needed, his hard drives and stuff like that.
Okay.
So the mother, even before then, the mother had said that the feds had told her that they were going to reopen the case and prosecute Big U for his murder.
Right.
You know, and it makes sense, you know what I mean? Because I remember Eric Holder, who was the shooter. Had said some things and saying like, I forgot, like basically he was saying like he was just a pawn.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
in the joint. And did you see that video? You know that video been surfaced with Big U after they found out he got killed.
Yeah.
And they like kind of chuckling with the joint.
Yeah, talking about rest in peace, and they start laughing like, yo, you tell on yourself.
Bro, your face.
You a heartless person to do that.
Your face ain't no lie. Your face tell a story. But with the Loose Cannon situation, right?
Oh yeah.
Remember the call? He said they had hit him up 30 minutes earlier, before Nipsey got hit, and was like, "Yo, man, Nip just died," and he was like, "What?" So he said he called Nip.
Yeah.
And Nip answered and was like, "Yo, what's good, cuz? What's going on?" He was like, "Nah." He said, "I don't think he said he ain't have the courage, or not the courage, but he ain't want to say niggas saying you dead or whatever."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He
so
won't really thinking about it like that.
He's like,
yeah.
"Oh, that's just some bullshit, some lies." So he just let it go. And then he said 30 minutes later, he got the call like, "Yo, they done hit Nip."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Damn, bro, but how niggas?" You see what I'm saying? But that's, you know what, Mac? Before, you know what I'm saying, we move on because we ain't gonna make this topic long. But before we move on, that's not how the universe works. Sometimes you can have everything planned out. One dumb nigga can call and mess up everything. Because whoever that nigga who called him was like, "Yo, Nip just died." Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? If you were part of the plot.
Loose Cannon said Big U was the one that called.
Oh, Big U
yeah,
called. Oh,
Big
see,
U
I didn't see.
him.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So
Big
you
U,
blew. Why would you?
Cause look, this is my opinion.
Right.
Big U sent the shitty cuz to go do what he needed to do, what he had to do, whatever. And then his timing was off. So he tried to like leave some breadcrumbs or light a little fire here to and then it'll spread eventually. But his timing was off before he lit that fire. Yeah. So
that's all it takes is that one mistake.
Yeah.
And then now it come all the way full circle. Because that's the one thing that don't make no sense. And y'all chuckling, throwing up the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? After the nigga dead. So
because in the video, the actual video where he got unalived, then you could see shitty cuz go to the burger spot.
Right.
He leave. Come back, leave, and maybe this is my opinion. Maybe that when he made the call was like Snip got hit.
Yeah.
But the whole time he leaving and coming back, then they conversing and stuff, and then he did it.
And this is the thing. He probably was telling him, "Yeah, I did it, or I'm about to do it," and then probably worked up the courage and go do it. Not saying that he ain't killed nobody before, but killing Nip is different from killing a regular crip.
Yeah.
And you in front of everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Usually they have heavy security there because his brother. You seen the interview with Black Sam?
Yeah.
He said protocol is when Nip there, we ready.
And he said Nip just popped up on him.
Yeah, and he said you're supposed to be ready. He said, I don't know why protocol won't follow that day, but
they said Nip just pulled up on him though that day, like some type shit. But I think, but yeah, it's a sad situation. But man, hey, you do
rest
shit
in
like
peace, Nip too.
Racing always, bro. Nip was one of them ones. But hey, man, you do shicey shit like that. Hey, shit come back to bite you, man. So you know what I mean. Whatever coming to him. Like I said, I don't know the intricacies of the situation, but I can see malice on motherfucker's face.
Man, you can see an evil motherfucker.
You can see that, or the chuckling, the laughing, whatever disdain you had toward this person. You know what I'm saying? He's somebody you don't want to go to lunch with. That nigga right there.
That man out there in his neighborhood extorting black film crews and shit. You seen that video?
No,
They was shooting a movie, and he went up there. He was like, "If you don't check in, we gonna check in all your camera equipment." And they was out there shooting a movie, a legit movie. Like, damn, you out here extorting them. Let these people live.
Bro,
like,
go. Hey, man, y'all, you a legend, bro. Sell Big U shirts, sell some Crip shirts, sell
something.
something. Get your money.
Podcast
Come
or something,
on, man.
Anything.
My thing is, you got such a big name, bro. You don't got to extort other motherfuckers for money, man. And extortion is old. Yeah. That's the old way to get money. Right. You know what I'm saying? Unless you, in America, Chinese people, I know the triads and all that, they probably still extorting, but they got bigger business to extort. You extort mom and pop shots, food trucks, motherfuckers trying to shoot movies, bro. Movie budgets ain't like they used to be. Right. These movies is low budget, bro. So you know what I'm saying?
It probably was like a Zeus movie. It wasn't no big film, but it was a black film.
Yeah, come on, bro. That or what's the other, a Tubi movie or something? Come on, bro. Like you we barely got the budget to complete the movie. You know, we gotta pay you. Come on, man. So
now we can't eat this.
That's the fact, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
It's nasty work, man.
Last thing, real quick, I forgot about it. From what I heard, on a bigger scale of things, they was trying to get rid of him anyway because coming up, the Olympics is supposed to be in LA.
Oh, and he gonna go crazy.
And they gonna have a field day.
Hey, he gonna bet 50 million on that joke. You wanna take pictures right here?
Get him up out of here before it even happened. But yeah, that was just something I heard. Man. I think I heard Charleston White say that, but I don't know how true it is. But I know the Olympics is supposed to be in LA. But yeah.
That shit crazy.
Yeah,
man.
You know, we'll see how it pans out, man. Because it's been wild.
It has, man. We're gonna go ahead and bounce to the next subject.
Yes.
So yeah, Mac, we're gonna cruise into this next topic. Of course, you already know hot on the airways, hot on the news feed.
Yes.
You already know no jumper. They saying that no jumper
bankrupt.
They ain't bankrupt. Not even that. But no, I understand. Like Adam talk business talk. You know what I mean? He basically saying, hey, they paying $20K a month for that building. And at the time when they opened in COVID, when he bought that new building in COVID, that like his shit was on a spike. So he thought it was gonna keep going that way. He thought they're gonna keep trending up. Obviously, stuff started falling back down. The numbers started coming back down years later. He's basically saying it's becoming more expensive because you got staff, cameramen, editors, whatever you need to pay. I mean, they probably set up their own cameras, but you still got to pay people to edit. But he basically saying the overhead is not making sense. That the business is losing money, not Adam. The business, and that's where everybody keep. You know what I mean? The simple-minded motherfucker gonna say, "Oh, Adam broke." Adam is far from broke, but no jumper. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when these companies, when these millionaires sell a company, they keeping their money. They just selling. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they just getting out. They
of
like, "Hey, yo, this shit is. I'm pouring too much money into this." And then if you pay attention, look, he's one of the few because like Vlad keep most of his money. He only paying people.
He ain't paying them nothing.
No, but not even that. I'm saying this man. He's paying so many people monthly, like Vlad, he bring in people paying what they want. You might not see him for another couple months. Then he might pay him again. He only got certain regulars like Boosie or Big Gene Deal that come over and over again. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm saying with No Jumper, he got people on the payroll monthly from Brick Baby to, you know what I mean? Him and Wack do a show. I'm sure he paying Wack something for that. The other people, what's the dude with the lisp? Flocka, the heavy dude with the lip, they be making fun of him. What I'm saying is, bro, you got people actually working. He used to have the dude sharp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though they didn't broke, but I'm saying though, you got podcasters that you paying monthly to try. You know what I mean? So your overhead is gonna be on top of that. You paying people a salary. So, but nah, we was talking about what you think about. And I feel like this had to be going on for a while for him to even say something. And he also knew it was gonna make headlines. But what do you feel like? Do you think somebody should buy No Jumper and take it over and like change the whole theme of it, or do you think he just bullshitting and he just gonna he hoping to just spike back up No Jumper in the airwaves? I mean, it ain't like he needs to be spiked, but he got millions of subscribers.
I'm gonna say this one thing real quick.
Go ahead.
I feel like with the No Jumper situation, all right, a lot of them dudes in there, I'm gonna just be real. Yeah. Them niggas been snitching on themselves for a long time.
Right.
And a lot of them done got locked up behind it. So you losing employees.
Right.
Okay. Then I've heard of Adam firing a lot of people, which I mean, what bosses do. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You remember AD and them was on there heavy. Yeah. That's when I liked it. When AD and them was on there, I watched it.
Yeah. So you got like those things happening, and then like you said, he bought it around the time when everybody was locked down and stuff.
Yeah.
So when it opens back up and everybody's moving around again, it's going lose a little bit of profit or whatever. Yeah. So I get it. So as far as like what it should be, I mean he could sell it, but I'm pretty sure he don't want to get rid of that brand, that name, that logo is his.
Yeah.
So he can. One or two things can happen.
Right.
Well, he can either sell it, which I doubt, or he just gonna downsize and change that name into something else. It's gonna become something else, something manageable.
Right.
You know what I mean? He gonna cut all them employees and he may turn it into something new.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And to go off of what you was just saying, it could be a ploy to spike up, get something in the algorithm.
So, because that's a big thing. That's like saying Vlad if he was to come out and say he going bankrupt, or other, you know what I mean, or if Joe Budden was like, yo, this is costing too much to do.
That's like when Jay-Z kept saying it's my last album, I'm retiring. You know what I'm saying?
Because he know everybody like, look, I gotta get this album. It's his last one. I gotta go buy this one. But no, you're right though, man. I was I'm thinking about that too. And then like I said, on Vlad, he told him, he was like, man, I got this big facility. He said, for real, I only need something with like a little bit bigger than this room or two rooms like this, and we can do the whole thing. So he really talking about downsizing into like a small ass warehouse or to like a garage. You know what I mean? Basically, you can have a double wide garage. You know what I mean? You might as well just get buy a double wide or something. If you want, you get what I'm saying? If you only gonna have 4 or 5 people in there at a time, you're only shooting certain days of the week. You can have 2 different joints with 2 different themes. You know what I'm saying? One trailer got this theme, one trailer got this theme. Like I said, bro, if you see, like Vlad be saying, he rents those spots. So he's like, bro, I don't own this band equipment. It's just here every time. He said bands practice here. So when I come, you know what I'm saying? He said I just use the same sets or the same places wherever I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a studio that I'm cool with in New York. I got a studio that I'm cool with, you know what I'm saying, in Georgia or wherever. He got multiple places where he can rent out for him, and they got a good relationship. So that's a way to do it too, where I really don't own the joint. I'm just renting it when I need it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Vlad's so clutch with that joint. So
that's why I feel it. I don't feel like he's gonna sell it. I feel like it's just gonna be a downsize and control. Like I mean, shoot, even in his house, like you could just have 2 rooms and just dedicated because people create content houses.
But this also the bullshit too with that. Not even that. You know what I mean? Not
I
saying
know you about to go. Go ahead,
bro. This man got like 5 million some subscribers, right, bro? That man ain't worried about no $20,000 a month.
Oh no.
I'm just saying because, bro, he sell merchandise. He sell, you know what I mean, merch alone. You know what I'm saying? If 1 million people, not even that, if 200,000 people buy, you know what I mean, a hoodie or a sweater from you or some slides every month, nigga, you not worried about no. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't only selling merchandise. He's selling his wife.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing. He said that's her money. He said they still split bills. That's her money, and he's selling his meat too. So I mean, motherfucker got multiple ways of income.
Yeah.
So he's kind of trolling a little bit, but not saying that he's not saying that there's no truth to the business telling off. But that's not affecting him like we would think.
Putting it off to
like
be.
that. And that $20,000 a month, that's ain't shit in rent when you got that many. You know what you can do with that many subscribers, bro?
That's just like when celebrities say they going broke. And they still got a couple mil in the bank. You ain't broke, nigga. You rich broke.
Bro, yeah,
you know
rich,
what I'm saying?
Like, but sometimes motherfuckers' bills do be real high.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that they do be going broke quick because they might pay, they might have a couple mil, but they got 500,000 in monthly expenses. So they might be
That's
really, you know what I mean?
too.
So every month you is kind of. So,
and I heard them taxes in California is crazy.
What? Vicious.
Yeah,
that's why a lot of people moving to Texas. And in Nevada.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot. When I went out there for my job, bro, they was like, it was a lot of people out there like, yo, we paying $2,500, $3,000 for a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. And he was like, man, I'm probably gonna move to Nevada. I mean, everybody I talked to, the youngest cats, 18, 19, they all got girls. Some of them already got wives because you need somebody to survive out that jump for real. And they was making the same amount of money we making in our building here in Virginia. So out in Cali, when I went out there, I was like, yo, y'all get paid more because of the price of living, cost of living. They was like, hell no. We make 20, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
We make 22, 23. Like, yo, I'm like, hell no. Ain't no way you living off that joint out there. I said, bro, where I'm at, you can live good out there. You can live decent out there with what we making. You know what I'm saying? If you got something going on the side. Out here, you better have 3-4 jobs. You better be a cameraman. You better
sell some dope on the side.
Nah, for real, man. Your wife better be on the skill.
So, yeah.
On the, hey, man. So I'm just saying, man. You gotta be doing something.
Better
but
be hustling.
No, for real, man. But yeah. So I like your view on that shit too, though, Max.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Like I said, Adam's a troll too, ultimately.
Right.
So you never know. You know what I'm saying? What's really coming out his grill. But we're gonna move to the next topic. This is hot on the press too. So yeah, Mac, we're gonna jump into this next thing.
Let's go.
I seen this about 3-4 days ago, which is funny because the playoffs hadn't even started yet. So that's why I know he don't watch no basketball.
Right.
And even when I saw him play basketball, I said, yeah, you definitely ain't never really played no basketball.
Really balled out. Like that,
even if you ain't never really played no pickup games. I understand you're a real big gangster. But no, like I said, I fuck with Gates. But this video been going around with Kevin Gates talking about LeBron's wife, Savannah James, and how I guess he saw her one time on the sideline and they went to, because me and my best friend was talking about it last night. One of my best friends was talking about it last night. He was like, yo, he got handshakes with everybody.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Everybody on the team, maybe the coaches,
teams.
His kids. So I'm sure they got a handshake, but he was basically saying, Kevin Gates was saying that he saw LeBron try to dap up Savannah and she was like lackadaisical with it, didn't look excited to see him, wasn't like wasn't happy for him that day, or basically saying, I hate that for him. He shouldn't have to deal with that. He shouldn't have to come home. Then he said, when I'm around him, he a loving person. He this and this. He one of the greatest basketball players of all time. You should be, basically he's saying that his wife should look at him like how the white girls look at him when he come into the stadium.
Yeah.
That's what he's basically saying, man, she ain't really dicked off about him like that, or really ain't like excited for him like that. And I got my own thoughts on that, but it was just the way he expressed it. And I was like, bro, why would you pick the biggest athlete in the world? Well, one of them, Messi is probably one of the biggest, you know what I mean? Soccer bigger than, basketball. But as a basketball player, you pick the biggest basketball player in the world pretty much to talk about him and his wife. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and how his wife is treating him when you don't know anything about that relationship. He was just judging off of what you saw, you know what I mean, that one time. But what about all the happy moments they had?
Yeah.
But like I said, Mac, you just got it. You go ahead and speak on it.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna jump in.
So I learned about this maybe like 10 minutes ago.
Right.
So when I seen it come off to me like hate a little bit, to be honest with you. Just a little bit, man.
See, that's a different take.
And it's like, cause I mean, you don't know the man.
Right. No, he said he met LeBron, but he don't know him.
Right.
I know what you're saying.
You met him, but you don't know him.
Yeah.
All right, so then I'll go to the handshake situation. Like, I don't know how long they've been together, but I know it's
20
been
plus years
okay.
since they was in high school.
So
bro.
she ain't got to be out here doing backflips for this man. You know what I'm saying? When she go home, I bet she cook. I bet she take care of the kids. I bet she made sure everything he got straight so he can take care of business. I bet you their partnership is solid.
Yeah.
And something that everybody aspire to be.
Yeah.
And for you to come out here to, say what you say about that, and, they taking care of business. LeBron ain't been in no issues. He been handling his business. He put his team on.
Yeah.
He got his sons where they supposed to be. I mean, maybe people might go against the grain, but that's your opinion, whatever. I don't care.
Right.
But as far as this situation, like, I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like, why are you even speaking on that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't understand that 110%. And this is it just come off to me like maybe you trying to go viral. You know, because like the handshake, let's stick to the handshake. The handshake, it looked like I've seen them do that handshake before, and she did it the same way.
Yeah.
I've seen it before, so it's like it don't really rub me the wrong way. It's like, yeah, she at the game. She there.
Yeah.
She
Right.
supporting them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Maybe it was an off day for her. Maybe, an issue or something like that occurred or whatever. She just wasn't in the best mood, but she still was there.
Yeah.
She still did her handshake. She could have been like, nah, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, right.
Now, if she would have did something like that,
then that's way to say, for you to say, I'm sorry, I feel sorry for him that he got to go through that. Like, come on, bro. You don't know what that man. You don't even know what that man going through, bro. You know what I'm saying? This man's still with the same woman. You just switched with him. So how you know what I mean? Even though
what woman is it?
Draker.
No.
Brittany. Oh, Brittany. We not even gonna touch on that, but you can change. But you hear his music, man. He don't care who you been with. He don't care about who you been with before, how many bodies you got. He don't care about none of that. He a rare breed. You know what I'm saying? Especially, but I'm like, hey, watch yourself. Why you worried about LeBron? Watch yourself too.
Yeah.
Hey, you get her pregnant, and hey, she be
deal.
on to the next one too. So
Forking
why
your
you
back.
worried about everybody else? But no, I fuck with Kevin Gates. I think he's great. He inspirational. I done been inspired by him before, but you know what I mean. He definitely did some things in his career. We all do shit. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely did some things in his career make me scratch my head like, bro, I would never in 1,000 years even think. And in his mind, he don't give a fuck, and I understand that. Same way, you talking about I'm gonna die, I'll die about this, bro. Ain't nobody trying to kill you because you talking about a man's wife. Maybe him and LeBron don't even care about you, bro. LeBron a billionaire, so he didn't care about what you saying about him or his wife. Him and his wife got more bread than you and Brady Renner.
Yeah.
So why are you talking about them when they, I ain't saying bread is everything, but what I'm saying is they are a successful couple. You feel what I'm saying? They stayed together.
Everything.
You and your wife. You know what I'm saying? Not even together no more. So how she feel, even though she said y'all still best friends, but y'all got on for y'all to break up, y'all not looking at each other like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all not looking at each other like it's y'all first week dating no more. You know what I mean? That's
Ain't no handshakes going on between y'all.
Come on now, like not, you know what I'm saying? So, but no, when I saw it, bro, it bothered me because I'm like, bro, you pick him out of all people, first of all, and I'm like, Savannah, nobody even ever talks bad about Savannah James. You gonna be the first one to do that? Then I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, I'm like, bro. They've been together 20 plus years. Like you said, they could have had an argument that morning. She could have been in a bad mood.
Right.
Maybe somebody in the stadium, maybe one of the fans getting on her nerves. Maybe, and then like me and my friend was talking last night. He's like, nigga, I got handshakes with everybody. Maybe I'm tired of doing this handshake. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he's like, oh, here he come with this handshake. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bro, you judging somebody off a video, but you don't judge all the good times. How many times we done seen her smiling?
Right.
You know what I mean? So how many times we done seen, you know what I'm saying? LeBron was like, yo, man, I get home, she massaging me. She make, hey, what's wrong? Da-da-da. So it's like, you don't know the inner workings of their relationship.
Not at all.
But what I'm saying is, when he said, I want them to look at like how the white woman looking at. First of all, they are fans. Second of all, bro, when you really with somebody, that allure or that glamour, being glamorized shit is not the same. Like people, them motherfuckers got front row seats for they can try to get a glimpse at LeBron, thinking that they can. You get what I'm saying? You're a fan / obsessed / you get what I'm saying? He's a bigger than life figure.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, but to her, she was there before he even made it to the
Before
NBA.
the money even came,
bro. So to her, it's like, hey, this is LeBron. I love him to death, but I'm not starstruck.
Exactly.
When I seen him,
There
I
it
watched this
is.
motherfucker's draws. I'm not starstruck over this motherfucker. So, but you think, so let's 10, 15 years down the road, if you and Brittany stay together, she gonna be starstruck to be with you still? She's still gonna look at you the same way, or she gonna know all your shit. She know all your sayings.
Right.
You know what I mean? She know your little mannerisms. She know, oh, yes, Lord, this and that. She gonna be like, here go this nigga again with this yes, Lord shit. Here go this nigga, I'll die. Yeah, we'll know you'll die. I'll dive in this shit. You know what I'm saying? What happens when she get to that point where, nigga, I'm tired of hearing this nigga. He always talking about he'll die. Here he go again, having it out, tripping out. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, don't do that because it can easily be flipped on you later in life where it get to the point where like, hey, your joint just got tired of you. And I'm not saying she's tired, but for you to make that assessment, and then a lot of people probably ain't peeped. I peeped at the end when Brittany Renner started laughing and walked off, tried to walk out the room. And Kevin Gates got mad about it. Like, where you going? You ain't got to leave the room because you laughing. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you for laughing. Da, da, da. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, she's trying to be respectful.
Right.
Not only that, she laughing, but she ain't trying to make it seem like she's laughing at them. She laughing at you, but she ain't laughing at them. He's talking about, where you got? She was like, I'm not trying to interrupt your video. He said, you already interrupted the video. Da, da, da. But I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, she got some sense. She's saying, I'm not finna laugh in LeBron in them face. Who are we to laugh in their face? Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at with it. Like I said, Kevin Gates, love your music, love some of your, you know what I'm saying? You're not one of my favorite artists, but I fuck with you. I fuck with you. Any artist that make a dramatic change, Kevin Gates made a Gucci change to me. You know, Gucci my favorite artist, but when you change your body, your mind, your soul, and you actually, you know what I'm saying, turn your life around, bro, I'm gonna always respect that, bro. I'm not, but when you speaking on somebody who's this big in the culture, who wife and stood by him this long, and you not even with your wife anymore.
Right.
Come on, bro. How you gonna talk about him? Because like I said, I'm sure Drika could, if she was to come out and say it was some things he used to get on my nerve. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
like
any relationship.
That's any relationship. So
that's
nigga, tonight I don't want to over. And then this was niggas talking about it's the playoffs. Nigga, it's not the playoffs haven't started yet. That's how I know you don't watch no basketball.
Right.
So but no, man, blessings to everybody. But like that definitely rubbed me the wrong way, man. And you know, moral of the story is like sometimes, man, keep some of your thoughts to yourself. Now I know you can say whatever, but this internet make people feel like I'm gonna jump out there and just say, nah. Now we doing a podcast, so of course, you know, people can look at that way, like y'all doing the same thing, but we not disrespecting. We going off of facts. He's going off opinion.
Right.
And his opinion, he's saying, I hate that for him. How do you know what you hate for him? You don't know what, like he said, bro, when you go home, she probably cook, clean, everything.
Hold it down.
So whatever, man. Whatever they did, they became $1 billion corporation together. So
and they still
together. So that's more than they can say for you. So just watch what you say, and then like I said, you watch that woman, because like I said, she done did snakes things before. Not saying you could have changed her life. You got her in this Muslim garb. You know what I mean? You think that, you know what I mean? I'm not mad at you, man. Hey, most praise to the Most High. Y'all do y'all thing if she turns her life around too. But just watch, man, speaking on other people's relationship, because it could be your relationship tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
You're
for
right.
Real. For
Exactly.
Real. So, but yeah, man, we're gonna move on to the next and final topic.
There we go.
Yeah, Mac, we're gonna jump into the last topic of this episode, man.
Get it.
Of course, man, it's NBA playoff season, and the playoffs started 2 days ago, I believe, or yesterday, one of the two.
Yeah, one of the two.
But like I said, I'm just gonna go down here of the games that's already played, and then me and Mac gonna make our predictions on game twos, and we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and make my early pick of who I think. You know what I'm saying? Gonna take it out. So we got Celtics. They beat the Magic today. The Cavs versus the Heat tonight. So we'll see what happens with that. The Warriors versus the Rockets tonight. We'll see what happens with that. The Knicks versus the Pistons. The Knicks are up. That man Jalen Brunson going crazy.
I seen a clip. Yeah,
he going crazy. But so I don't know, man. The Knicks they've been strong for like the last 2 or 3 years, but they gonna have to try to get over that hump.
Right.
The Nuggets are 1-0. Over the Clippers, which that was, you know what I mean? That was a game right there. The Thunders punished the Grizzlies. When I turned the joint on early, bro, they was up by 50, 60 points, bro. Yeah. Punished them. So I don't know. And Ja was like, we were never gonna play that bad again. But like I said, bro, I'm a old school Sonics fan. So
right, yeah.
You know I gotta ride with the Thunder. That's my team. But hey, that man, if SGA if they balling out like this, the West might be in trouble. We'll see. The Wolves beat the Lakers. Obviously, they put a whooping on them for real too.
I see Ant-Man.
I didn't think it was gonna be like that. That was crazy. But who knows? Like LeBron ain't gonna go out like that 2 games in a row. So I'm sure they'll put up a better fight. But if they're outmatched, they outmatched. But I'm not gonna say that, because those 3, him, AR, and Luka, can turn it on at any time.
Exactly.
It's just gonna be the defense. It's gonna be the issue.
That's
but we gonna see. Then you got the Pacers up 1 to the Bucks. And without Damian Lillard, I don't really know.
The Bucks my squad too. It's one of my squads.
I fuck with the Bucks, but I just don't know. So Matt, going just off these games, let's say who you got next? Who you got next between the Cavs and the Magic?
The Cavs and the Magic.
I'm sorry, the Celtics and the Magic.
I'm gonna go with the Celtics.
Okay, I'm going Celtics too. That's, you know what I mean? That's easy work. That's the defending championships.
Yeah.
Who you got between the Cavs and the Heat tonight?
Cavs and the Heat.
And today is Sunday, the 20th. So
I'm a rock. I'm gonna rock with the Cavs, man.
You gonna rock with the Cavs, Spider? You gonna rock with Spider?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Spider
rock with the
Mitchell is an
Cavs because they've
animal.
been doing their thing this season, man.
I can see. No, they have been balling out this season. So yeah, all right. The Cavs, Warriors versus the Rockets. What you thinking?
See that? Hold
That's
on.
the thing.
Yeah, you gotta think about that one, man.
You do.
You
You
can't
gotta
just
rub your chin on
yeah,
that.
you can't just go ahead and jump on.
willy-nilly.
Oh man, that's crazy. See, I fuck with Curry, man, but. And then,
but them Rockets, them young boys balling.
That's what I'm saying. And they coach, he on the revenge tour.
Y'all trying to play me.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I don't know. If I had to pick though, man, like, I'm gonna rock with the. I'm gonna go with the Warriors.
You gonna go with the Warriors?
Yeah.
Just because you went with the Warriors.
Yeah.
Just because you went with the Warriors, I'm gonna go with the Rockets. Hey, you know what we gonna do, Mac? We gonna keep tabs and see if we're right. So
right.
I'm gonna go with the Rockets. You going with the Warriors.
Yeah.
And then we both said Cavs with this.
And
so
then
we gonna X that. We both said Celtics.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got that. So New York and Pistons game 2. Who you going with? Because they said the Pistons will put up a fight now, but they
gotta fight a little harder.
Hey, they gotta fight a little. They said them boys young and scrappy. They said them boys a little scrappy.
I'm gonna go with Brunson, man.
You're going Brunson, and they serious. They is serious. So, all right, I gotta go with New York too.
Yeah,
you know, I fuck with Ewing too, and I keep me a pair of Ewing, so I'm gonna definitely go New York.
Yeah.
So we both with that. So I scratched that one out, so we know Nuggets and Clippers. Now, Mac, this is where I wanted to get at, right?
All right.
I was almost thinking to myself, now I'm a Thunder fan,
right?
But I was leaning on like, bro, what if I go on? I don't bet or nothing.
Yeah.
But I said, when I saw Russell doing what he was doing, I want Russell to get one. I want Westbrook to get one.
That's my guy.
That's
man. Russell, my guy. Shout out to
and
Russell.
You know, we started at
Westbrook.
OKC, so I wanted him to get one. But the way he playing off the bench and the way he saved that game, I'm like, yo, if the Nuggets still strong enough to win another championship. What I'm saying is, if he can provide some shit off the bench like this in clutch times. I don't know. I was gonna go on DraftKings and be like, man, I picked the Nuggets to win. You know what I mean? The championship, because I know the odds is not. You know what I'm saying for them this year. I'm like, bro, I could win some money with that. But Nuggets pull out a close one versus the Clippers. Who you got in game 2?
I fuck with Russ, but I'm gonna go with the Clippers.
You
man.
going with the Clippers? All right, no, I ain't mad. Because they definitely balling.
Kawhi is balling. He been balling.
James Harden is balling.
Yes. They've been doing their thing. And,
all right. I'm gonna take the Nuggets because I'm going Westbrook. But I like, you already know Murray and Jokic. They still got that chemistry ain't going nowhere. But I feel like if with Russ energy off the bench in clutch situations or certain times, like I said. He got a steal late in the game, put back or whatever, layup, John. He hit that wide open 3, which they leaving him wide open. They probably ain't gonna do that anymore. But he hit it. You already know he ain't no 3-point shooter. So that's why they leaving him open. But if he can punish them for doing that,
man,
the Nuggets
if he start hitting consistently on a 3,
it's over with. But he ain't never did it before. I know. But we gonna see. But all right. Thunder's punished the Grizzlies. Now this could be tricky though because I doubt they're gonna get punished like that twice.
Right.
But so. Who you got, Thunders or Grizzlies for the next game?
Now, like I fuck with OKC, you know what I'm saying? But I fuck with Ja too, man. But Ja, I don't know, man. I mean,
we ain't gonna keep it. We ain't gonna take it personal.
Nah, I ain't gonna.
We gonna say team wise.
I fuck with Ja Morant. Nah, he
all the way.
He official.
Yeah,
you know.
facts.
But I'm a rock with OKC on this one, man.
See,
SGA. You know what I'm saying?
That.
Yeah.
We both on that.
Yeah.
See, we agreeing on a lot of this, man.
Yeah, like it just makes sense for real. Cause I mean, Ja, he do ball out, but it's just Ja balling out.
Yeah,
you know
for real,
saying?
for real. And we gonna come back to these and see.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's why I want to revisit this and we come back and see if we was right, and then there'll be more games played by then. But we gonna up this. We gonna keep this going throughout the playoffs.
We gotta keep this in the loop. Yeah,
I like this. I like this segment. We gonna have sports segments. Listen, work with us.
Yeah, there you go.
Wolves beat the Lakers. You know, Ant-Man put on the show. He ain't ball out. He didn't get as many points as I thought he would. But you know, they be harping on him, so they gonna be focused on him. But hey, they beat him by a good margin. I think it was a good 15. I don't know the actual score off my head, but they beat him considerably. So game 2, you know LeBron ain't going for that. You know he ain't about to go. You know what I'm saying? It's at least gonna be a close game. You got the Wolves or you got the Lakers. Game 2.
And man, he another great player like Ja Morant. Like they both official, but I'm gonna go with the Lakers, man. I got too much respect for LeBron for one, and then with Luka being there, you know what I'm saying. Then he got AR, and it's like I mean, they missing the center. I got it. I understand that, but Yeah, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, man, because I fuck with the Lakers and LeBron.
And and you know, the only reason I'm gonna double up with you on that is because I'm still one of the people that want to see LeBron get one more. Because I think getting 5 is gonna change
shut everybody
everything
up.
I think so. He already said back when he came back from that 3-1. You know, he said he said to himself that solidified him as the greatest player ever to himself.
Right.
But now you know how it's, even if he don't get 2 more. But what I'm saying is, if he was to get 5, he get 1 more ring and go out like that. Even though, like I said, he gonna play a couple more seasons with at least 1 more season with Luka. You don't give that up, especially when you can take kind of not a back seat, but you can what I mean,
just coast and just
stack up. Yeah. So I'm going Lakers too, just because I don't think if they go down 0-2. I don't think LeBron letting them go down 0-2.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that might be a death wish, to be for real.
Right.
I mean, even though LeBron can come back, it's just that this ain't
this ain't.
And Ant-Man a different breed.
Exactly.
If he smell blood, it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So
this ain't Heat LeBron and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
so
facts.
if you down like that, you gotta
All right. So we both go Lakers, and then for the last one, the Pacers up 1 to the Bucks. Your boys.
Yeah.
Now how you feel without Dame Lillard? How you feel y'all gonna do in game 2?
Man, I gotta stay loyal, man.
You
gotta
get
one more. I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
All right, and if you go with the Bucks,
yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Pacers. So
the Bucks, y'all better do it.
So Matt got the Bucks, I got the Pacers. We're gonna come back and revisit this on our next episode.
I like
see
this.
how it stacked up.
Yeah,
and then, like I said, throughout the playoffs, we're gonna do this. Even if we gotta cover more than 1 game at a time, we'll just tell y'all where the series is standing at, and then we'll go off of that.
I'm with that. I like
man, it's
that.
been like I said, that's the end of our sports segment, man. It's been another great episode of Lessons and Blessings, man. Smoke something with your kinfolk when you see them. 7 Up like a museum.
There it is.
You know, me and Mac back in the place to be.
Yes,
you know
sir.
Blessings.
Peace.